Now, you may be wondering what all that subject pronoun stuff has to do with describing other people. Well, if you take a look, you'll notice that each subject pronoun actually corresponds with a form of the verb. I'm going to scroll over and zoom in a little bit so you can see exactly what that looks like. You'll notice that the subject pronoun yo goes with the verb soy. You'll notice that the subject pronoun tú goes with eres. El, ella, usted all get used with s, and you'll know that usted is you formal, but we still use the s in this case. Nosotros, nosotras somos. Ellos, ellas, ustedes son. In English, that would be yo soy, I am. Tú eres, you are. Él, ella, usted es, which would be he, she, is, or you are formal when you're talking to somebody like an adult or someone in a higher form of a higher position than you. Nosotros, nosotras somos, we are. Ellos, ellas son would be they are. And ustedes son would be you all are. And that would be a formal thing, or simply if you're just talking to a group of people directly. So if we take a look at some examples here, if we want to describe the man here, our crazy looking mountain man, this guy right here, we first of course know that we're talking about he. And we use the pronoun él. Now if we want to say he is, we need to match up our form of the verb with the correct subject pronoun. So if we find él and we match it up with our correct verb form, we now know that we use s. So if we want to say he is, it would be ls. We can simply follow that with an adjective to get in a description. If we want to describe the girl, she is, again, we find the correct subject pronoun and the correct verb form, and it would be ella, s, or she is. But what if our subject is plural? No difference. We simply find our subject pronoun, in this case nosotros, because I'm involved and it's we, and then we match it up with our verb form somos. So it would be nosotros somos. I'm going to cross that out. Nosotros somos. We are. Ellos, because it's a group of mixed, meaning guys and girls, so we find ellos. We match it up with our verb form, ellos son. And finally, in our bottom one here, we see ellas, a group of girls. We find that again up here, and we match that up with our correct verb form, ellas son. One last example here. Let's pretend that I am talking directly to these three guys here. So I'm talking to a group of guys directly, more than one person, but I want to be formal about it. Or maybe I don't, and I just want to, reference all of them at one time. I want to say you all. So here's our pronoun for you all, and we simply just find that one, and we can see it right there, and it of course matches up with son, so it would be ustedes son. Follow that with an adjective, and we have a great description of other people. So let's recap a little bit. We have our verb ser, meaning to be. We can break it down. I am, yo soy. You are, tú eres. He or she is, él, ella es. You are formal, usted es. We are, nosotros, nosotras somos. And they are, ellos, ellas son. Or you all are, formal, son, ustedes son. Now, to describe others, we simply follow this formula right here, and that is first comes our pronoun, or the name of the person, or an object, for example, Spanish class, followed by second, the verb form, meaning yo soy, tú eres, él es, something like that, and third, our adjective. Could be any of the adjectives that you know or any other adjective that fits in any description you want to do. Let's look at some examples. First, if I am talking directly to a superior, I want to be speaking formally. So I use usted. And that comes first, since it's our pronoun, followed second by a form of our verb, es, which matches up, and we can see that in our chart. Usted and es go together. And finally followed by an adjective, interesante. Usted es interesante, or you are interesting. But again, I want to be formal here. Let's look at the example below. Ella es gorda y morena. Ella es gorda y morena. Now you'll notice that each adjective ends with a because we're talking about a girl and we want to make sure everything agrees. If we look at our next example, you have myself and other people, so it's we. So we use our correct pronoun nosotros, followed by our verb form somos divertidos. We're talking about all guys here, so we use the masculine forms, nosotros and divertidos. In our fourth example, we have two girls, ellas son bonitas. Again, since it's just girls, we want to make sure that we have everything matching up. Feminine, and plural. Everything agrees. We have our pronoun first, verb second, followed by our adjective third, and a nice, good, solid description. And finally, our last two examples. We have a mixed group, guys and girls. So even if there's one guy, we'll remember that we have to refer to the whole group as masculine. So we have ellos son simpáticos. They are nice. And in our last example, we have myself talking directly to the group. So I'm saying y'all here, you all. Ustedes son extraños. You all are weird. Now, there's one guy in the group, so we have to make it masculine. Ahora te toca a ti. It's up to you. Let's see if you can handle some examples here. Número uno. ¿Cómo es ella? To describe her, we would say something like ella es, followed by an adjective. Número dos. ¿Cómo es la clase de español? La clase es buena, por ejemplo. Again, followed by an adjective. Número tres. ¿Cómo somos nosotros? What are we like? Somos interesantes. ¿Cómo son ustedes? Now, here's a special case where I'm asking two people directly and they need to respond. Now, assuming that you are included in this group, then you would respond in the we form. So it would look something like this. Somos, followed by an adjective. Somos locos. Y número 5. ¿Cómo son ellos? Ellos son simpáticos. Y finalmente, ¿cómo son las matemáticas? Las matemáticas son aburridas. Notice everything matches up here. Everything is plural, and in this case, everything is feminine as well. That's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that made sense. If anything did not make sense, please feel free, go back, check it over again, pause me, rewind me, whatever you need to do to get some extra help. Adios.